Welcome back to the channel for another video on our 05 STI. So as you can see, the car is slightly taken apart. This week we are going to be taking most of the mods off this car that you can see right here, and we are going to be replacing them with some new parts. Ever since we got this car, it has been running on an access port V2, and it's time to put it on a V3. So if we're going to tune the car, might as well change the setup for better. So the main thing that we're going to be doing is taking off the Perrin intercooler setup, the Perrin intake. We are going to remove the intake manifold and replace, oh, I'm just bumping into some pipes. We are going to remove the intake manifold and replace the TGVs, and the entire fuel system is going to be converted from side feed to top feed. So some of those parts to help us out do that over here. We have a brand new TR turbo inlet. We have some of our cob parts right here for our front mount intercooler. We have our intake hose, our actual intake, gold IAG fuel rails, IAG TGVs, our FIC 1200cc injectors, tile blow-off valve, Deechworks pump, Radium fuel pressure regulator and parallel fuel system, IAG AOS. And the only boxes that you don't see here right now currently are the other boxes for the front mount. Those boxes actually come in this week, so this is going to take a few days to tackle, and the intercooler kit is actually the last thing that we're going to be putting on. It is going to take me at least a day or so to, once this is off, to get this repainted and make it look perfect. I really want to take my time redoing the intake manifold, since it's like the centerpiece in the engine bay. I really want to make sure it comes out nice. So I'm going to take my time getting everything cleaned up. Once we have it taken apart, we'll get all of our new parts put on. New gasket for the fuel pump, fuel filter. We got a lot of parts to put on. We got a lot of stuff happening. So I've already taken off just the front bumper, and it looks like just two of our intercooler pipes here. I just wanted to get the bumper off, and I wanted to get these pipes off with our blow-off valve. I do have this intercooler kit for sale right now. I do have someone coming to check it out. So if you are interested, definitely let me know. I'm not sure if they're going to buy it or not, but I definitely want to get it taken off if someone's going to be coming by to check it out. I don't want them to come look at it and be like, oh yeah, I want it. Then they have to come back later because I need to take it off. So we're going to get that intercooler kit taken off first, and we'll go from there. So one cool thing, I did take off the pipe for the throttle body, and it is super clean, spotless, no oil, no nothing. So that gives me peace of mind that the engine is probably pretty healthy. We do have the crankcase tied together here going to the intake, so if it did have some excess blow-by, it would get sucked into the intake and it would go through the intercooler pipes. But yeah, throttle body is super clean. So I'll show you that throttle body, and then I'll get you guys set up. We'll get the rest of these pipes taken off. We'll get the intercooler taken off. We'll keep on going. Let's go. And just real quick, wanted to show you guys throttle body. Super, super dry. I mean, like, that's great. Like, I've never taken off like a top mount or anything on an STI or a Subaru and found like literally nothing in there. So not sure if someone cleaned it before like I got the car or anything like that, but yeah, I mean, super clean. Can't complain. right, so we have the entire Perrin intercooler kit and the intake off. I do just have the intake pipe over here with the MAF because we are going to be transferring this over to our Cobb SF intake. But this is how she looks right now. She looks pretty bare with nothing on the front and no pipes. So yeah, just looking into the turbo. Turbo looks pretty good. Throttle body's super clean. So we're just gonna continue tearing it down a little bit. We're gonna just remove the Killer Bee overflow. We'll just unbolt it and move it to the side. I don't think we'll have to drain anything or anything at this point. We're just trying to get this intake manifold off. We'll take all of our PCV hoses off. We are going to get these rerouted to our IAG AOS that's going to mount somewhere in that corner over there. But yeah, let's just continue on tearing it down until we got basically down to just the short block. We'll try to get the TGVs and the fuel system off and everything all in like one swoop, but we'll see how that goes. Let's go. All right, so after that time lapse, you see we have our intake manifold removed. It was not that bad, honestly, to take off. I mean, some of the bolts were already taken off, like the harness, like the wire harness actually bolts to the bottom of the manifold. That bolt was missing, because that bolt is sometimes a pain to get off, especially if you want to keep the harness attached like what we did. But overall, I mean, pretty easy to take off. It just takes a little bit of time. Now, over at the bench, you see I have the intake manifold taken off now. I did bring that outside, which I will show you guys in just a minute. I did have a paint stripper removal on it right now because we are going to be redoing it with the Wrinkle Plus Wrinkle Red to get that looking brand new again. And I just really wanted to show you guys two things. So one is, this is the stock evap system, or the purge solenoid. So this goes from the firewall. It is this guy right here. So this one goes to the firewall. It's one of the three back here. And that just basically vents into the intake, and yeah, it adds a bunch of these hoses to it. And then looking at, let's get this light on. And looking at the stock TGVs, you can see someone has removed the butterflies, and this is just some JB Weld. Not sure what injectors these are. These are stock housing injectors, but I am sure these are some sort of Deechwork injectors, as the turbo upgrade on here, I mean, the car pulls. So this is definitely an aftermarket injector. But you can see how like complicated and kind of how crazy the stock fuel lines are. We're going to be simplifying this so much, and we're going to improve it by simplifying it. Stock fuel, one of the fuel pressure regulators here, this goes to the back of the manifold. I will be posting the TGVs for sale. And then real quick over at the car, just wanted to show you guys that there is no play on the turbo. Turbo looks real nice. Everything looks real good. I ended up just ordering a speed density kit, so from iWire. So it's going to plug into this, and it does have an AEM sensor that's going to go into the back of the intercooler pipe from Cobb, and we will be getting tuned off of that. Next thing we are going to order is it's also an AEM sensor, but it is from Cobb. It is their map adapter, their map sensor adapter, because the one on the stock throttle body looks like it's seen some better days. I mean, 20 years old. It's not actually that bad, but why not replace it since we're getting a tune? Why not upgrade it and improve it? And just like that, our intake manifold is all freshened up. It took me quite some time to get everything taped up here, but definitely worth it because once I peeled all the tape off, I mean, it just looks brand new. So really happy I did these bottom holes too. It just looks OEM. I got our TGVs right here, so we're gonna start assembling the TGVs, the fuel rails, the injectors, and we'll probably get these bolted to the engine. I'm not sure what order we're gonna do yet, but we do want to start putting the turbo inlet on. We do want to just like mock it up. I do want to start getting the AOS on. That'll be our next like big project here, because I want to make sure that we have room for all the lines that are going to be routed. And it is really easy to do it now since the breather ports on both the heads are just like super exposed. It should be super easy to run the lines really nice and clean. So really excited. Whoop, kick the bumper. But yeah, really excited to get all of that installed. And this just makes me so happy to see that this came out essentially perfect. And we did use that VHT Wrinkle Plus. I will link that in the description because I really think this was an awesome product. Well, let me get you guys set up and we'll continue on. Let's go. All right, it is the next day. I did have to stop working on it yesterday, just ran out of time. And then today I did get to work on it just a little bit off camera. So I want to show you guys what it's currently looking like right now. And I did run into a few issues, so we do have to stop working on it right now. Some of the issues are resolved. We have one pending one I haven't heard back yet, but we'll go over all that in just a sec. So this is the current state of what our engine bay looks like. We have our IAG V2 TGVs, our phenolic 8mm spacers that are also IAG Gold fuel rail, and the FIC 1200cc injectors. Everything is hooked up mechanically down there. So here is one of our injector clips. So one of the issues that we have, and the only issue that's not resolved yet, are the plug-and-play adapters that were sent to me. It actually doesn't plug in here. So still waiting to hear back to see what we can do about that. The other thing that we added in our engine bay is our IAG AOS. So this thing mounted up really nice here in the corner. I wanted to get this mounted up and I wanted to get all the hose ran just so I could show you guys where everything goes without the manifold on, and it's just super easy to see where everything goes currently. So we did have one issue with our AOS, the hose that goes here and it wraps around and it'll actually go into the bottom of the manifold. That hose is actually right over here, and as you can see it is split in two and it's supposed to be one piece. This is the PCV valve basically that's in this hose, and yeah, I didn't even know that it was supposed to be connected when the instructions asked for me to pull this hose out. I saw that it was in two pieces and that was a little bit of a bummer. But I've already contacted Import Image Racing where I purchased this from, and within under 12 hours, Jeff has already fixed the issue and is sending a new hose out. And our fuel pressure regulator, I did get it mounted over here, rough mounted. The instructions wanted us to mount it here and it only gave us enough fuel line, to have the return and the feed come in right here, and then hoses to each fuel rail. So since we did change the mounting location, I did have to order some new fuel lines, so we can't proceed any further with our fuel system until our new fuel lines come in. Basically, the last new part that we added in here is our TR inlet. It does fit onto our turbo pretty nicely. Obviously, it is a tight fit just like any turbo inlet. But overall, this looks really great, and the fittings for the AOS just plugged right in, so super nice about that. But over here with the AOS, real quick to do a rundown where these hoses route. You have two coolant hoses right here. One of them is going to go to the turbo, the other is going to go to our coolant overflow tank that will go right here. Over here on the side of the tank here, we have one hose that goes to one head. This hose wraps around, goes to the other head. This one goes directly to the breather on the block, and then this one is our drain. So if you need to reference this for anything, I mean, take a look right now. This is also our crossover tube. This was actually blocked off on this block. The previous owner blocked this off, and this is supposed to tie the heads together to equalize the pressure throughout the motor. So we rehooked this up. Now all the lines aren't trimmed to length just yet. I do want to get the manifold put on, and then we can adjust some of the lines from there. But that's all I got for you guys on this one. We're kind of at a standstill on this until some more parts come in. Like I said previously, we did order a speed density kit, a new map sensor, and everything that we just went over. We're still waiting on the new PCV line, the new fuel lines, and then for the injectors, the plugs right here, they don't, the plug and play adapters that we got, they don't plug in, so we're waiting to get that resolved as well. But until next time, see you guys.